public service announcement. I need all my Titan fans to come on down. Grab you some popcorn, grab you a drink. Titans Colosseum in the building. Yeah, not, boy, I'm in the game. Still ballin' out, never change. I be rapping my hometown for the whole city, really knew my name. Boss talk, I don't do favors. Yeah, we signing deals with the top players. We just started this lifestyle. We be having all kind of haters. I'm a madman, they better come get me. Wanna box me in, but I'm too shifty. If they come at me sideways, I'ma stiff on me like Derrick Henry. Now listen, we're not the same. EA Sports, boy, I'm in the game. I be rapping my city, dog. Got a Titan logo hanging on the chain. Big money, big moves. New stadium on the way. Nashville, we hold it down. We the one team that you don't wanna play. They be trying to talk down on us. I just laugh at them and I walk away. I don't tolerate disrespect. Might shoot a fade, penny hard away. Big money, big moves. New stadium on the way. Nashville, we hold it down. We the one team that you don't wanna play. We be putting in the hard work, so we coming in with all kind of skill. I be living in the end zone. My finger roll like Tannehill. What's poppin'?
Man, that's a nice ass intro, but boy, the Titans are not so nice, man. Welcome to the Titans Colosseum podcast, man. I'm Marako Taylor. You know who I'm in the building with. My co-host, Leonard Firestone, RJ Elton. Fellas, what's poppin'?
What's good, man? Another loss, another day. Another day as a Titans fan, ain't it? Shit.
Yeah. That was depressing. I'm just gonna be 100% real. That was depressing. It looked like they showed no life out there. It looked like they didn't want to be there. It looked like, you know, that was just horrible. I'm done looking at it, bro. It's hard looking. Ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that right there was that was rough, man. Man, let me go ahead and get to some comments, man. Money line, I got something to ask you, bro. Do you got the bootleg version of this episode? Cause you were coming, goddamn, before we even went live. But shout out to you, man. I mean, shoot, man, you dedicated, man. You in the building early, ready for the foolishness, man. And we gonna get to all of that, but it can't be fixed with Gorilla Glue and Flex Seal. You right about that, bro. You definitely right about that right there, man. And,
I think that was one of the most depressing things on watching Sunday. It was, yeah, the loss was depressing to watch, but it was realizing that there's a lot of shit to fix with this team, more than we realize. And you just, everywhere you look, like, fuck, that needs fixed, that needs fixed, that needs fixed, damn, that needs fixed. It's like, holy hell, is the quarterback position is the only position we got solidified now? Like, how did that turn around in the whole season? Like, the quarterback was the one position we was needing. Now it's the only position we got. It's oh, bro, so depressing.
Yo, Core, you want me to talk you off the ledge? I can't do it today. Will not try to do it. This ain't gonna be the episode, man. I'm going to the dark side today. Some of y'all may not like what I'm gonna say, but I mean, I'm gonna say it anyway because it ain't no use in holding it in. But before we do that, man, Firestone, talk to them about the sponsors, man.
Yes, today's episode is brought to you by Lions Den Beer Collection. Make sure you go lionsdenbeercollection.com. Use the promo code Coliseum. Get 25% off your order. Get nice little facial bombs, or beer bombs, oils. They got lip gloss coming out for ladies here soon, so make sure y'all go check that out. You know, Christmas is coming up too. What better way than to get somebody in your life, you know, top luxury grooming for your beard. Go lionsdenbeercollection.com. Use promo code Coliseum. Get 25% off.
Yeah, Devin, man, that intro crazy, man. You already know RJ came through for him. RJ, talk about that intro, man.
Hey, man, like I said, it was a lot of work to put behind, a lot of writing, a lot of picking out the beat, you know what I'm saying? And I'm glad it wound up working out good because I had told these two, you know, I said I was for to come in and kill this intro, man, for a while back. And, you know, I'm just glad to finally record it and see it on the big screen and you guys can enjoy it as well.
Hell yeah, that's what's popping, man. And Alex, I don't see the point in us winning another game. Like I said, man, I'm finna go to the dark side, man. But
The point, bro, do you think we could seriously win another game? The point in winning, can we even possibly seriously win another game this season? This shit's crazy, bro.
Yeah, man, we gonna talk about all that in the second money line, man. Shout out to Mr. Titan too, man. Hey, that intro, man, I can't say enough good things about that intro, dog. RJ,
man, I might have to. I'm gonna have to send that to the Titans to run up out of there at the stadium. Maybe they'll win a football game. You know what I'm saying?
Something, bro.
Watch
Yes.
the highlights game. You're going to see something different. I mean, shit, man. I'm a Titans fan, so I'm gonna watch everything Titans. I'm gonna just leave it at that right there, man.
Nah, I'll be watching the highlights. Like I expecting to see different things because there's not everything you see within the game. But for this one, I wasn't watching the highlights expecting to like maybe there's some good I didn't see. No, I was like, man, this is gonna be more disaster on top of disaster.
Titans idiot said, "Don't forget Nick Folk." I mean, hell did he even kick yesterday? He didn't even kick.
We scored TDs. That's why we didn't kick no field.
Yeah, we were scoring TDs at a high rate yesterday, man. I mean, shit, man, it was just an offensive clinic out that mug, man. I'm telling you, man. Offense is on fire. Offense needs to be on fire. Matter of fact, I'm over here on the dark side, so I'm gonna just go ahead and say it since we talking about fires, man. Mike Vrabel needs to be fired. I'm not gonna sit up here and sugarcoat it any longer. I mean, this man don't do nothing special for the team. I mean, he's supposed to be a great motivator, leader of men, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. But I don't see a leader of men when I look at Mike Vrabel right now. When I look at Mike Vrabel, I just see a guy that's just out there going through the motions and whatnot, man. And me and RJ was talking about it watching the game yesterday. Like, dude, I mean, we are where we are right now. How are you coaching this game like we're in a defensive battle in the Super Bowl? I mean, we had literally nothing to lose yesterday, but yet this man, he's punting on 4th and 9 when we down 20 points. And I mean, the stuff he's doing now, it really doesn't make any sense. And I even tried to, think about, well, if he just fire some coaches, and the coaches I'm talking about, Craig Ackerman, Shane Bowen, and the offensive line coach. Them the dudes who I think need fire.
He's not finna fire him.
Nah, and if he do fire him, he just gonna go and do the same daggone thing, which is hire his buddies. And I'm done with the whole Mike Vrabel buddy system, man. I mean, I'm gonna talk about Tim Kelly for a little bit as well. Tim Kelly, to me, I mean, he's not a bad offensive coordinator. I mean, some of his play calls are creative. I mean, he's predictable at times, but he's a competent offensive coordinator. But at the same time, we go back to Mike Vrabel. We done with Mike Vrabel over here, man. And Tim Kelly, he'll just be a casualty in all of this. And I'm fine with that. I'm done with Mike Vrabel, man. Get us somebody in here who actually knows X's and O's. I don't give a damn about him being an offensive coach or a defensive coach and all that, because shoot, we seen how it went with offensive gurus in the building. So just get somebody in here who knows X's and O's that can manage a football game.
Whew, see, I'm not that far on the dark side with you.
See, Firestar, before you get on it, I know what side you on. About Marako, welcome. I've been over here.
Boy, I've been
over here with this on the dark side for about a good 6 shows. Trying to tell y'all that I don't think Mike Vrabel it, bro. I don't think he it, bro. I've been saying it for a while now, but I'm glad Marako finally came over here. You know what I'm saying? I'm just waiting on Firestone.
Man, it disgusts the hell out of me to be over here, man. It's really disgusting, man. But I'm gonna talk some more, man. I'm gonna let y'all, give y'all thoughts about it or whatnot, man.
For me, it's I'm not there yet, but I'm with y'all. Like it's time change. It's like something needs to happen. But there's still some things that don't let me fully evaluate Mike Vrabel as a coach. Like we've been saying, or like I've been saying for a long time, we couldn't fully evaluate Tannehill because of how bad this offensive line was. We're blaming them for some shit that I don't think anybody could come in here and succeed under. Now, is Will Levis still more talented than Ryan Tannehill? Absolutely. But we see that Will Levis is still struggling out there the same way Ryan Tannehill was, Malik Willis was, Josh Dobbs was, all these people that struggled behind this same bullshit line. So it's for me, it's like, all right, is it really Vrabel that can't be a good coach? Is it all these horrible J-Rob picks that we've had these past couple of years that are just stacked up? Now you got a team full of fucking duds that don't have no heart, that don't have no dog in them, that don't really have talent, and are just lucky and thankful to be showing up in the NFL every day, not taking his job serious. So it's like, there's a lot of variables that, like, I don't know if I can really put the blame on Vrabel yet, but regardless if like he needs to be fired or not, he does hold the blame of where this team is at, because at the end of the day, you're still the coach and you're still expected to go out there and make these players run through a brick wall at the end of the day. You still need to figure that shit the fuck out. But I'm hoping now with Rand Carthon, which is the highly respected GM in the league now, it's not a new GM and a new coach trying to pull in people that people maybe not want to come work with. Maybe Rand will have some better connections with other coaches, be able to bring in some coaches that maybe Vrabel ain't been able to do because he doesn't have those connects and he's been forced to hire his buddies. Because honestly, I don't think Vrabel wants to hire his buddies. I think he's been forced to hire his buddies because nobody else wants to come here. I mean, even last season with Eric Bieniemy, he didn't even want to come here. We offered him an interview. He's like, no, I'm good. I don't want to go there. Didn't even come here and interview. So I'm not truly sold that it's like Vrabel's like, oh, I got to hire my buddies, more than it's he's stuck hiring his buddies. But still, yeah, that's a dilemma you got to figure out as a head coach. So maybe Rand will come in here and help with some of these other coaches that can, maybe we can bring in some better coaches that can help. But this offensive line is atrocious. This pass defense is horrible. Bro, there's so much shit that needs to be fixed, and the first thing that needs to start with is the coaching staff.
Yeah, man. One thing about that though, Firestone, you absolutely bring up some, fair points, but here goes my thing about the whole buddy system or whatnot. That, don't nobody want to come here. Nah, I mean, I can't buy that for the simple fact that Vrabel is out here talking about he wants to develop head coaches. So with him wanting to develop head coaches or whatnot, I mean, dude, it is honestly a buddy system. I mean, he bring everybody that he's familiar with. It's almost like he's not even trying to go outside the building and explore different options. And that's one of the things I was thinking about when I was deciding on whether I wanted to go ahead and go over to the dark side or not, man. I mean, like I said, this dude right here, even if he fires every single body that we want him to fire, he ain't gonna do nothing but go and promote the person up under them, man. And I'm done with the buddy system.
But that's kind of my point, though. Is it like you can't hire other people? And if that's a flaw too, then that is going to be a reason. Like, hey, as part of a coach, you got to bring in other coaches. So it's time to let you go because you can't bring in other people that actually helps us. So you're kind of hindering us at that point. So I get that, and I see some people in the chat, talking about why would you come be OC at Titans when you're already doing that at Tennessee? He went and did OC at Commanders. He's not a head coach over there. Ron Rivera is that assistant head coach title bullshit. Ain't serious. He still went to the Commanders and OC. So clearly he didn't want to come here. So I heard a lot of people bring up that point. Like, why would he want to come here and be OC when he's there at Kansas City? He already went and left for the Commanders to be OC. So why wouldn't he want to come here to Tennessee unless some people just, like you said, don't want to be under Vrabel, or Vrabel don't have those connections within that coaching tree. So that's what I think this year is. All right, we got a new GM in. You're going to be able to change the roster because we believe in what Rand can do. Rand has some connections. He should help you this offseason make some coaching changes and hopefully bring in some people that he knows, even maybe some people from the San Francisco coaching staff. Maybe that'll be a possibility. But once that happens and still not a change, then Vrabel, you have to go. You're going to have to go because it was good. You came in here, you done some stuff. We gave you some time to bounce back after some adversity. But we can't sit here constantly, like with players. We can't constantly holding on to people that we playing favors with or that's been here a while and not knowing when we need to move on and adjust. But at that same token, all right, if Vrabel's gone, who do you want as the new head coach? Because you know me, I'm a big person in we don't let somebody go until we have their replacement. So who would you want as a new head coach if you want Vrabel gone?
Man, I'm gonna go ahead and let RJ tackle that one, man. Cause I done enough talking for right now.
I'm just this is where I'm at, man. I'm just at the point, man. They need to make a move, man. Something need change, bro. Because I'm not excited about this team anymore. I'm mentally checked out. I don't let them ruin my day. Like we got an ass whoop, and I went on to take a nap and then have a good rest of the day. You know what I'm saying? Hey, people are laughing at my group chat at the Titans. I'm like, bro, they don't bother me, bro. Like I'm just walking around like, yeah, okay, we lost. Like, I mean, I knew we were gonna lose before we played them. Like, you know what I'm saying? I picked on the show that we were gonna lose, but that's for me with Mike Vrabel, man. Like, I still, man, I just don't think he's it, man. I'm sorry. Look, I know what he's done in the past for us, and I know, you know, and I liked him in the beginning, but man, he's starting to lose that fire. I just don't believe in that Patriot way no more. I don't think that wins Super Bowls in today's day of football anymore. I just don't. You look at Belichick, he's struggling. Josh McDaniels struggle. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that lead Tom Brady is not good, bro. Like, if you just seen it, like, just look at it with your own eyes, man. Like, Tom Brady was the reason that shit worked for so long. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't because of the Patriot way. Like, he just made this shit work. You know, so.
Well, it was fine. The Patriot way was working, and it was fine until other people learned how to win while having fun. And then people's like, "Oh, this ain't the only way to win," because for so long that was the only way to win. Now people are having fun, being the underdogs. Like Philly started that new culture change, and then Kansas City came around right with Pat Mahomes, and then they was able to do it too. So like, oh, okay, fun ball can win Super Bowls. Why would I go over here and, you know, a lot of people said it, New England's ain't fun, but I don't necessarily think we got we got inspired by New England, but our culture ain't exactly like New England ball is either. But bro, something got to do, because like it don't feel like there's a spark. There ain't no motivation, bro. I'm sitting here trying to figure out outside the podcast why I need to wake up on Sundays and watch the damn Titans play, because it starts my day off bad, because I know that we're gonna go out there and do bullshit. And then yeah, bro, I love watching football. This last Sunday I watched that game. I couldn't even watch no more football for the rest of Sunday. I was just done, and I wanted to turn the game off at halftime. But I got to keep watching it so I can report on it with the podcast. But then it was just so horrible to try to watch as a Titans fans for so many years, to see us go put on that effort against a division rival nonetheless that's been talking shit of it. It's always been Jacksonville. And you go out and put out this fucking effort for us fan base to have to live with and hear for the next couple of seasons.
No.
Look, man,
I'm sorry. That's put on Mike Vrabel, man. You gotta blame him for that, bro. Like,
I'm correct.
There, like garbage. Like,
look, it's so bad that I done checked out on these games for the last 2 weeks. I mean, yeah, me and RJ, we was watching it in Winners yesterday or whatnot, but I mean, I was checked out. I mean, I was looking at it, but I already knew my thoughts going into today. I mean, the game was just, it was awful. It was harder to watch yesterday than last week's game, for the simple fact that Jacksonville don't do anything special. I mean, honestly, if you look at that game, what did they do? I mean,
they passed the ball.
bro, that was not good. They're not good. I don't get where this hype is coming from.
They talent. I mean, yeah, they got talented dudes up over there, but I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, if we had a team that was actually competitive, I honestly don't think Jacksonville would have won that football game, because everything that I said that Jacksonville was coming into this game, they were that yesterday. Trevor Lawrence was off, and these wide receivers are there. Calvin Ridley showed up. Christian Kirk, he showed up later on. But really, it was just honestly us being checked out versus Jacksonville being locked in, and that's why they won that game.
Bro, these safeties we got ain't it neither, too. I know we ain't talking much about them because there's been other shit, but Calvin Ridley was getting off yesterday because of Molden. Molden was not sticking to him, was not covering, was not going on the outsides. Molden was looking lost. Like, I don't know. We'll see maybe Amari Hooker, see what he does, but I've been noticing, like, Molden's been out there fucking up a lot and not being where he's supposed to be on defense, and that's one of the reasons why our pass defense is so bad, is because our safeties actually ain't got no cushion. They're not covering what they need to do, and bro, there's just Kevin Byard being on, bro. It was just, I was so mad watching everything yesterday. I can't try to even talk like, well, if we had done this, we would have got Jags wouldn't have won. Like, nah, bro, we fucking suck. We showed it on the field yesterday. Vrabel talks in the locker room so many damn times about, oh, we show a glimpse of who we are. And we saw it out there. Nah, motherfucker, the consistency is who we are. And we are consistently sucking, especially on the road. That's who the fuck we are. And it's getting tiresome to watch.
Man, that just was a horrid performance, man. I'm just disgusted. I feel like I'm watching the pre-Mariota Titans. You know what I'm saying? This shit is horrible. And it's like, and I'm just sitting back like, what can I look forward to next? Like, we're so bad that on Sunday, I hope we lose. Like, that's how bad we are. That I want us to lose to the worst team in the NFL so we can get a top 3 pick. That's how bad we are. Like, it's terrible.
I want to go ahead and say this, man, since you touching on it right now, man. I mean, and I've screamed this so dadgum loud, literally screamed this so goddamn loud. I ain't with that losing shit. I don't take pride in hollering out, man, I hope the Titans lose. I mean, those words right there just fucking disgust me for the simple fact that I'm not built like that. I don't want to lose at a motherfucking thing. But with that being said, I'm honestly at that point, like, do I really want these motherfuckers to even win another football game? Because we gonna need some real talent on this team.
Bro, for me, it's not that I'm hoping the Titans lose, okay? I hope they win every week. I'm going in as a fan hoping. But looking at this roster, looking what we put on the field this year, and being honest with myself as, analyzing this team, I can see that most likely we're not going to win another game this year. Maybe one. We might win that Carolina game, and that's it. So it's not that I'm rooting for y'all to lose. I'm just realistic that I know that this team's about to go lose a lot more games than I was expecting them to. So now I'm rooting on other teams that I never fucking root for in my life. I'm watching games on Sunday. Come on, Cardinals. Come on, Giants. Let's go. Let's win a game this week. And I'm like, why do I got to be a bandwagon fan this year? Because my team sucks.
How many more home games we got, man? How many more home games we got? Because however many home games we got,
let me
that's
see.
how many they finna win. Because this
bro, I don't even think that.
Crazy. Man,
we may not win another game, bro.
That's the only thing that scares me right now with this team. I mean, we're at the point where we're going to need one of these top guys coming out of the draft. But at the same time, the Titans have been so dadgum loony, they look like they absolutely deserve a top 3 draft pick away from Nashville. But the second they step foot in Nashville, hell, they look like, goddamn it, they should be competing for the Super Bowl.
All right, so we have 7 games left in the season. 5 of them are home games.
Goddamn, we fucked in.
He said we are 7-3. How are we not good, bro? The Jags aren't good, bro. Why? Like, you see, the Jags are basically what we was, bro, when we went 12-5. That's exactly what they are. They are a team with major flaws that have a good record because they just been beating up on bad teams.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say. Y'all's 3 losses are actually to playoff teams. Your 7 wins are to against teams that's not even 500 or a playoff winning team. So that's why y'all still suck. Because when it's time for y'all to beat a playoff team, y'all don't.
They played the 2 teams that actually mean shit this year and then scored out 1 TD on them, bro. The Chiefs, they had 9 points. In the Niners, they had 3.
And
bro, they're not good.
And honestly,
show me how you guys are good.
That's what you're going to get in the playoffs unless you run up on Buffalo or Pittsburgh in the play. Buffalo might not even be there, but
Uh-oh.
unless you run up on Pittsburgh, because for some freaking reason, Pittsburgh or Buffalo can't play on the field with Jacksonville. Matter of fact, Jags fan, I need you to explain that one in the comments. Why in the hell can't Buffalo or Pittsburgh beat y'all?
Bro, this man said we got a franchise quarterback. I mean, bro, yeah, you got a quarterback. I mean, he's probably like number 10 right now. He's not. Bro. You should be real with yourself. He should be doing a lot more with them weapons he got, bro. He should be doing a lot more. Like, he's not generational, bro. And like, bro, I'm watching y'all play, bro. And like, bro, if we had any type of competent team, we could have beat y'all. Like, that's how I was looking at the game, bro. Like, y'all was not playing good, bro.
I don't mean to cut you off, RJ, but them 4 touchdowns, man, we done seen Tannehill do that multiple times. Let's keep it real. Them touchdowns was not impressive at all. And I'm not saying that to be a hater. I'm saying it because it's real. I can't even remember 3 of those touchdowns. I remember 2 of them off the top of my head. The Calvin Ridley throw or whatever, which who was that defending Calvin Ridley on that? Hooker. Hooker. And then, he ran the touchdown in.
We had absolutely nobody.
How many touchdowns?
We have nobody that could guard Calvin Ridley, bro. That just shows how bad our secondary is.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Like, we're sitting here talking about how bad the Jags are, and we're being honest, and the Jags fans never want to hear it because they think, oh, well, we beat the Titans, so we must not be too bad. No, y'all are bad, but that's why we're pissed off. As bad as y'all are, we gotta be worse because we couldn't beat y'all's ass. But do you really truly have a franchise quarterback as Jacksonville? Like, do you truly? Because he ain't been beating these playoff teams. When it's time to step up against these harder teams, he don't really perform well. He turns the ball over. Like, if it wasn't for bad coaching and Chargers being fucking Chargers, y'all got blown out in that fucking playoff game. There was no sense for y'all to come back the way y'all came back. Y'all was getting y'all's ass whipped by 24 points. That was all on Chargers losing that game, not Jacksonville winning it. So, he makes some plays from time to time, but when it's time to show up, Trevor Lawrence folds in the pressure sometimes, too. That's why these analysts have been so hyped to get on C.J. Stroud so quickly this year.
I believe more in the Texans than I do the damn Jag. Like,
Had Trevor Lawrence got paid yet?
Nah, he get paid, I think, next year.
Okay, so when he gets paid, Jacksonville fans will see this. They will start to realize this right here, because when those players get those second contract, expectations go through the roof. I mean, y'all dealing with Trevor Lawrence on the rookie deal right now, and then Jacksonville done sucked so dadgum long. I mean, you see him doing a little some good or whatever. Yeah, you gonna root for your guy. I understand that because we've been through that already. Now we're at the point where we seen where we are. We, been where we been, and we honestly telling you this from experience, not hate.
Nah, they're gonna find out the hard way when he go in them playoffs and get put in the first, second round, and we gonna come back here and we're like, oh yeah, so what happened to the Jaguars?
It's okay. In a couple of years, the Jags are going to be talking about Trevor Lawrence like Buffalo's talking about Josh Allen right now. Does he really got it? Can he really do it? We paid him all this money. That's what it's going to be like.
Hey, Chiefy, you crazy, man.
Bro, it's crazy. Like,
Vrabel's lying. Players got to play better. Coaches got to coach better.
Hey, they talk. It's funny because Jaguar fans talk bad about Will Levis, and I'm looking at Will Levis numbers and rookie numbers and Trevor Lawrence rookie numbers, and they look totally different.
And Trevor Lawrence got an offensive line with him.
He had 17 picks his first year.
I mean, shoot,
he said he did own. How does he own the Titans and he 3-2 against the Titans? That's not owning.
Yeah, no.
He went by one game, and the 3 teams that he's beaten have been garbage. What are you talking about? And,
man,
enough of them kitty cats, bro. Let's get back to the real football team.
Yeah, get back to business, man. Mike Vrabel in these press conferences, man. I mean,
oh yeah,
this dude right here, I feel like he feels that the pressure is on him because, man, today he did a press conference or whatnot, and they was asking him questions, and I mean the answers Mike Vrabel gave them. I mean, shoot, they were long-winded as hell, and I was like, hold on, like I ain't never heard Mike Vrabel, god dang it, be this long-winded or whatnot, man. I mean, shoot, any other time he would have got smart with him and went on to the next question. But now it's almost like he's trying to explain himself out of guilt.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But
you want to go ahead and run
right
that?
Here gotta go.
You want to run that clip?
Yeah, let's run it. We got it. Let's run it.
All right, here we go.
Control of the locker room, so to speak.
I've never, are you questioning that? I'm not sure. Is that something?
I'm asking you what.
Are you questioning, Teron, my control of the locker room?
I'm asking.
You're questioning it.
No, what I'm asking you is for examples of how you still have. I'm not saying you do or don't have control of it. What I want to know is what are some examples of you having control?
The same ones that I've had since I got here. I mean, I don't know how to do it any other way. Be honest with them, coach them. I'm not. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it because I don't think that they're that's an issue. I wish we would win. I wish we were winning. I wish we were better. But we're not. I'm not going to compromise the things that I believe that are going to help us win, and about the details and about the little things, and not letting those slide, and doing my best to hold everybody accountable, including myself, as we go through this.
Teron sounded like a prosecutor, and Vrabel sounded like the defendant.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the vibe that it gave me, because I mean when Teron first asked him the question, he I guess getting his thoughts together, but then once he finally processed it, he got defensive as hell.
Yeah, because bro, I mean, it's a valid question though at this moment. Like we need to understand, because, and I don't feel like that was a question from Teron that was like, oh, I'm trying to press Vrabel. It felt like it was a layup question to kind of be like, hey, this is a moment where you can kind of explain why things aren't happening, that you're doing what you're needing to do, but the players just aren't stepping up. This was your time to kind of start shedding light for some people. And I feel like Teron gave him a very respectable, easy question for him to have to kind of shed light on what he's doing as a coach to try to turn his team around. But rather he went defensive, and that's kind of like what you said. That tells a lot when you go into that moment not realizing that question was an opportunity for you to show the outside world what you're doing to help turn around this franchise, and you just got defensive in a moment, and now we're questioning that there looks like there might be some turmoil in the Titans organization.
Yeah, man. So RJ, how you feel about it, man?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. It sounds like a dead man walking, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Kind of do.
I told y'all from like game 2. I'm like, man, but if we have a bad season, I don't think Mike Vrabel gonna make it. And it's getting more and more, especially if we don't win a game for the rest of the season. He not making it, bro. I'm telling y'all, he's getting fired. He's either getting fired, or getting traded. Either one of the two, bro. Like, I
don't see him getting fired in season. I know a lot of people would love for him to get fired in season, but I just don't think it's going to go down like that. They're going to let this man play out these games, and whatever happens, it happens. But
bro, if Vrabel goes, it's going to go. If Vrabel goes, it's going to go next year. I don't see him going this offseason. I see she's trying to go. I see her at least trying to let Rand put together a team for him, get this offensive line better and all that. And then, if, by week 6 or 7, we still ain't winning and we're doing bad, we might seek some trade options for Vrabel, which I really don't think that's the route we'll go. I just think we'll wind up releasing Vrabel, and then we'll go find somebody else and do this interim bullshit in the middle of the season. I don't see them getting rid of Vrabel this offseason.
Nah, they probably won't. But at the same time, something else I was thinking about, and something I actually said not that long ago, not on here, but in one of my group chats. My thing is, okay, Will Levis. That's who we're locked in on right now. Every move going forward is going to be about Will Levis. And my thing is, if they seriously want Will Levis to be in a more dynamic offense, it's better to go ahead and do that now than to wait until he gets in his third or fourth year and then do it. Because say they do keep him around and keep him in the same offense, give him better, better offensive linemen or whatnot, better weapons, but yet the team is still undisciplined because this team has been undisciplined. And that was one of the things with Mike Vrabel that people praised him for was how disciplined his teams are. But now that's not the case. Say if all that still is going on, well, then you've wasted a significant amount of time on Will Levis's rookie contract with an undisciplined team, and then you gonna send him another head coach and another offense to learn with him having a contract coming up or whatnot, man. I mean, I just don't like that thought at all. So that's another reason why I say fire Mike Vrabel right now.
But see, I would normally agree with you with that on a young quarterback, right? But we drafted Will Levis truly not expecting him to play this year. So this was a year we wasn't expecting him to play in the first place. And we knew that Will Levis was a project quarterback. We wasn't expecting him to come and dominate year 2 or year 3. We knew that this was going to be a QB that most likely was going to start catching fire by the time we give him his second contract. Will Levis was not a guy that we was like, oh, we're going to be wasting a couple years on. Will Levis was a guy that we was like, he might not even get to start for 2 years if Tannehill performs well enough with D-Hop in his new contract. So normally I would agree with you on that, but it's Will Levis we're talking about that we wasn't expecting to put in just yet, that we wasn't even expecting to have these years. So that does bring a good question up, though, because we wasn't expecting that, but now we're at that crossroad. What do? Do you go ahead and let Vrabel have another year with them, or do you go ahead and just say, hey, now we're going to move on with Vrabel in the next year? Because who says that Will Levis wasn't Vrabel's guy when we was going into the draft this year and you finally got Vrabel his QB that he's never had as a Tennessee Titan? We traded for Tannehill. Obviously, he didn't want Malik at that time because he didn't have faith in what Malik could do. So does Vrabel finally have his QB and then you're going to get him right after, 7 games of him using that QB?
Well, my thing is, this is what I'm gonna say is that my thing is I want an offensive head coach because I have a specific offensive scheme that he's going to be in his whole time he's in Tennessee, and I feel like in Mike Vrabel as a head coach, he's gonna have multiple offensive coordinators because any offensive coordinator that has a good year here is gonna be a head coach somewhere. And there's no continuity with a defensive-minded head coach. It's the same thing that's happening in Pittsburgh right now because they got Matt Canada. Nobody wants Matt Canada. So and he's stuck with a bad offensive coordinator, but they can't hire a good offensive coordinator because if a good offensive coordinator comes, he's gonna be hired to be a head coach somewhere else. You get what I'm saying?
No, that's
about having a defensive-minded head coach. There's offense. Oh, go ahead.
That's a good point, bro. That's a damn good point to have there. I guess where my thought is lingering that maybe Arthur Smith comes back, and maybe if Arthur Smith comes back, he's already went to the head coach one time, he's failed. Fuck it, why not stay with the Titans if we can put together a team that's actually going to win a Super Bowl? You know what I'm saying? But you're right. As a defensive-minded head coach, that offensive scheme is likely to change a lot around him. That's not something I considered either.
And Corey actually brought that up early in the show about the offensive coordinator. I do think that's, a good point to make because, man, you don't want a high turnover at offensive coordinator because you see that, and once a guy got an offense going, I mean, he's going to be a head coach in a year or two. And
yeah.
We need continuity. We need real continuity. We got continuity, but at the same time, it's continuity towards some foolishness.
I mean, because to your point, Vrabel's had a new offensive coordinator every year of his coaching, except the 2 Todd Downing years. Outside of that, every head coach we've had has left to go do head coaching. Mike LaFleur or Matt LaFleur, Arthur Smith. Now Todd Downing didn't because he sucked. But now, what's Tim Kelly going to do? Is he going to do good and then strive and go off and go and be head coach as well?
Right. And I don't think Art Smith is overrated, like D said, for the simple fact that look what the offense done under Art when he was here. I mean, those numbers right there, I mean, those were no fluke numbers. I mean, he came in, he had a good system going now. Mariota couldn't execute it. Got Tannehill in, a competent quarterback. Tannehill helped take this team to an AFC championship game and then came back the next season, got the first seed locked up, and you saw Deontay Foreman and Hilliard. They were productive without Derrick Henry. I mean, as an offensive coordinator, Art is damn good at what he does. Now, as a head coach, he may be in over his head because he has so many responsibilities. I will honestly take Art Smith back in a heartbeat because I know what he can do with a quarterback like Will Levis.
And bro, to that point too, like I look at Arthur as almost kind of like Matt Nagy for Kansas City. Good offensive coordinator, but just because you're a good offensive coordinator doesn't mean you're made for the head coaching job. There's other shit that goes along with the head coaching job that doesn't go with the offensive coordinator. So Arthur Smith might not be a good head coach, but damn it was one of our best offenses that we've had in years under Arthur Smith's offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, as much as Arthur Smith's getting a lot of slack out there in Atlanta, and my thing is though, will he still be a great offensive coordinator without the king being the king? You know.
Yes, because he knows how to actually scheme plays up, get tight ends involved. He knows how to set up wide receivers for deep threats, but actually give you valuable check down options as well. So he actually still knows how to scheme up some plays.
I'm glad somebody posted. He can't even use Kyle Pitts, bro. Like, you feel me? And
I think that's Ritter. I think that's the QB he has, not Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, Heineke out there too. So it's like
but bro, Heineke is a journeyman QB too. Let's not get overhyped here.
I just don't want us to be too hype on when we had a superhuman at running back, bro. that opened everything up for everybody. You get what I'm saying? Like, and then we had AJ Brown too, bro. And Corey Davis was actually a good receiver that second year, that 2020 year too. So I'm not saying that he wouldn't be a good offensive coordinator here again. I'm just saying that I don't want to get too caught up on Derrick Henry being a superhuman, bro. You know what I'm saying? And we're just living off of that. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of running that we did, and it was successful that we could just run the ball on anybody that we played on top of play action and out of that.
That's a good question, Dion. Who is calling the plays in Atlanta? I don't think Art is calling the plays.
It ain't Art.
Easy. It ain't Art.
Nobody considers Atlanta a good offense. Like, that's why I'm saying, like, why come the success didn't go to Atlanta? Why are they offense not looking good?
Because he tried to go there and start it with Mariota, which was his first mistake. You don't go use the QB that you already saw fail your last franchise and start to build with that. Okay, let's just be real. I love Mariota as a person, but he's not it as an NFL QB. And then the next thing is, like, you don't have a QB. You got to go find that QB, not the guy you kind of like, you think you can develop. You got to go find a guy that can go lead your team now, at least bare minimum. Might develop his skill set or whatever, but as a QB, you need to be able to come in and be a leader of that team. Desmond Ridder is not a leader of Atlanta. You could see that clearly.
And also too, I mean, coaches, man. I mean, coaching matters most definitely. I'm gonna always stand on that. Coaching matters, but at the same time too, coaches need good players to execute their schemes. Now, Jason just brought up, was it more AJ than it was Art? Look, when AJ was drafted here or whatnot, I mean, AJ, he was good, but he wasn't the man at the time. He was still trying to figure things out. So, yeah, I mean, he did his thing, but at the same time, somebody has to put him in position to do his thing. Who is that?
I agree with that. I see what you guys are coming from. That he's putting players in position to succeed. But when I see AJ Brown take a slant route to the house, bro, like you can't just give Arthur Smith that, bro. When I see AJ Brown when we played the Ravens, bro, and he took on 3rd and 10, we threw a 5-yard route and he took it to the house. You know what I'm saying? Breaking 3-4 tackles. That's not Arthur Smith, bro. That's just AJ Brown, bro.
Okay, so. Okay, I was about to say, let me push back that a little bit. All right, so since Arthur Smith has been gone, though, has our team been able to perform the same way since? Like, I know we lost AJ too as well, but Derrick Henry's not been the same runner, ain't ran through the same lanes. Tannehill ain't been the same passer that he was. Wide receivers don't get open the same way. Wide receivers used to get open, bro. So it's like, I hear you, but ever since Arthur Smith lost, our offense gets worse.
The one thing that we can prove is that Arthur Smith is better than Todd Downing and Tim Kelly. Yeah, I can agree with that. Now, if you guys are going to say that I'm cool with that. But to say that he's going to be the savior for us moving forward, I don't know.
Say that. I just said I'll take it back.
I'd say I take it back.
I can take it back. Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't know if he's the savior or nothing like that, but I know our offense would look better under him than it does right now. A lot of fans are trying to make him the savior because I'm like, man, at the end of the day, like we had Henry in his prime, bro. Like I could have been a good offensive coordinator calling up plays for Derrick Henry, bro. Like all you do is run it up the middle. But Todd Downing couldn't.
Yeah, true.
Oh shit! But man, Monday Night Football about to start cracking off, and I know a lot of people about to check that out. I know we want to as well.
Yeah, we can. If y'all want to go and wrap this thing up, man. Well, I see Marako's on the phone.
Okay.
Yeah, we got. Okay, there we go. He back.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, we're gonna let these boys go ahead and watch Monday Night Football, man. It's a huge game.
Yeah! Big game tonight, baby.
Big game, man. Yeah, man. Who y'all got, bro? Who y'all got tonight?
Man, I'm gonna roll with them daggone Chiefs, man. Them Chiefs, they gonna do them.
You going
tonight,
for the
man.
Chiefs?
I ain't going for the Chiefs, but I'm gonna roll with the Chiefs tonight, man. I just think, man, it's that time of the year. Mahomes finna turn up on them people, man. AJ gonna get his yards most definitely, but that got Mahomes. He gonna pick on Byard now. I'm gonna tell you, he gonna pick on Byard.
Morocco's scared of them Swifties. That's what it is.
I'll go next, man. Look, I'm gonna go with AJ Brown and Kevin Byard tonight, man. Give me them Eagles. I'm cheering for them former Titans, man. They still Titans at heart, bro. They, you know what I'm saying? They did a lot for this franchise. I know AJ Brown like take shots at us, but he's still a Titan in my eyes, man. So
that's all
I'm gonna go AJ Brown.
Yeah, I'm as much as it hurts me to say, bro, I'm going Eagles in this one. Kansas City has the most drops in the NFL this year. The wide receivers aren't helping Pat Mahomes. If all they got to worry about is Kelsey and then they force the other wide receivers to actually catch the damn ball, I would just leave Byard on Kelsey and another maybe a linebacker to double shadow. But we know that when Kansas City came and played us in Tennessee, we put Byard on Kelsey, and Kelsey didn't have outstanding games against us in Tennessee. So I think that's what Eagles are going to do. You know this guy very well. Go out there, mirror him, cover him, do what you do. I think the Eagles are going to take this one. Plus, Kelsey brother feud, bro. What big brother don't want to come back and beat their little brother after getting whooped? How many times does the little brother come and beat the big brother back to back? So I just think it's going to be Eagles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Either way, man, it's definitely going to be a great game, man. I'm finna go ahead and get my parlay going. I'm finna get my wings going in the air fry. Everybody out there, stay blessed. And regardless of how much this team sucks, tighten the fuck up. Let's go.